You everybody, this is your man Mo Finesse, and I'm back with a factual opinion. For this video, we're going to discuss how you know whether or not she's with you, whether or not she's a good match, whether or not she's actually worth pursuing. Okay, you have number one, when you first talk to her and she doesn't ask you, what do you do for a living? Now, I know a lot of people would take it as in, why is it a problem that she asks what you're doing for a living? She may want to know whether or not you'll be able to take care of her or whether or not you'll be able to do things for her. And you're right. That's what you're thinking, you're right in a way. Because, most relationships is generally not only bent off the emotional aspect, but in this society, in the matrix, we have to also focus on whether or not the person is financially capable of, even dealing with the person, because it's all just due to survival means. But when y'all first talking, I don't think that's really necessary for her to know, when I don't think anybody in their right mind will be giving money to a person they just met that day. Now, as we continue on with these videos and segments, I am going to shed some light because I'm an individual that has had many experiences, and I didn't give money in one day to a female, but I remember giving over $1,300 in a span of 2 months to a female that I only was dealing with for not even a full month, probably like 3 weeks, and she had like so many different dudes already. She dropped me for a dude and then came back looking for me once the dude was like, yo, if you ain't about to throw no ass, I don't want to talk to you. And I think, to commemorate the fact that she came back to me, I gave her some money. That was a total bad dude, because it still didn't stop her from going and chilling with the broke nigga and driving home with him after school. So, if she don't bring up money in the first conversation, you're good. 2, if y'all go on a date or anything, or just period, if she's willing to spend money on you, that's one good thing. If she's willing to spend money on you without asking, or you go to purchase something and she says, don't worry about it, I'm going to purchase it, then she's a keeper. Number 3, to know that she's a keeper, is if she's willing to open up about her past. She's not secretive about her past. If you ask her different questions, whether it's about how many individuals she had intercourse with, how many people that she's fell in love with, how many people have abused her trust, she won't be short-worded when it comes to expressing her experiences. She's going to want you to know everything about her. She wants you to know the ins and outs so that you'll know how to navigate your way to her heart. And not only that, you'll know where you fit and whether or not you're suitable in her life. So she's going to open that up. 2, she won't hold a secret. If she tells you things and you didn't have to ask, especially, and I mean, like, I gotta really put emphasis on this, especially if it is something that might influence you to just delinquish all interactions with her, i.e. messing with another guy or whatever the case behind your back, stole from you, whatever. If she comes back and she tells you truthfully, especially if you didn't know, she's a keeper. And you don't want to start chastising her the first time in your relationship that she's telling you, look, I was wrong, I did this and I did that, and you didn't have to ask, you didn't have no question, you didn't even have no expectation that she was doing anything behind your back deceitful. She just came out and she presented you this information because she wants you to know that she cares about you and she cares about your well-being and how you perceive her image in your mind. So try to, take it. Yeah, you're going to be upset, especially if you was betrayed with another male. I mean, that's natural. Yeah, you're going to be upset, but try your best to make sure that you respond to her in the calmest demeanor possible. And then you're going to have a truthful woman for however long the duration of that relationship exists. Number 4, if she's willing to defend you, especially when it comes to a female. If a female disrespects you or says anything out the way, and she comes to defend your honor, I'm not talking about like cursing somebody out or, screaming all irrational way at a female, but I mean, going and just making sure that she sternly address that person and their misconduct as stringent as possible, then she's a keeper. Number 5 is if she's always trying to find out what's in your mind. She's always asking you what you're thinking, or she's always asking you about your past life, your history. She wants to, and she asks you specific questions, not just, did you grow up with your father? Did you grow up with your mother? How many siblings? She asks you different questions, as in, what are the things that scare you the most in life? What are the things, where do you see yourself in the future? What are the things that has hurt you in the past? What things have you always wanted to do that you was a kid that you never done? She wants to know about everything about you when she didn't exist in your life. That's a beautiful thing, because she wants to know all of this so she can get as close to you as possible. That is a beautiful thing. So please don't be short-lived, because you can have a good female who actually will ask you these questions, and if you're not answering it fully, she's going to take it as a message that you really don't want to open up to her. And if you don't really want to open up with her, then you're not really concerned about establishing a healthy relationship with her. So that might cause her to divert her attention elsewhere. Number 5, if she never dresses revealing, too revealing. Now, it's okay to show cleavage like right here, but not way down here. I had a female, and unfortunately I was in love with her. I had a female that was like that. And, the thing about that is, if a female is like that, they're trying to give attention to anybody and anybody that's out there as possible. So with that, it comes with them accepting the type of responses that they get from these individuals. Now, it's one thing if she was a certain way, and hopefully you're not approaching a female who already comes out with her skin, different portions of her skin being revealed that should be enclosed, and she's just only a little bit of cleavage or whatever. It's not that serious. But if she's not doing that, and she's always trying to make sure she's manageable for you, especially if y'all been together for some time or within the first week, she's trying to make an impression on you. Please do not waste that woman's time. I believe number 6. We're on number 6 now. Number 6. If she's very expressive about her emotions. You have some females out there that really don't give a damn. Period. Maybe because they think all guys is dogs, or maybe just because they feel like you're a sucker. You're a pushover. You're not somebody that they actually really care about. Now, you may not be a pushover, but that still don't stop you from being a sucker. I mean, when anybody do anything deceitful and your mind is not knowledgeable about what they're doing behind your back, and you start to get knowledge, you start to get hunches that she is doing things, you see things that is evident, especially if you see things that's actually evident, proof that she's actually betraying you behind your back, and you still stay with it to unfortunately go through the bull at the end, then you're a sucker. If she's expressive about her emotions and she's telling you everything, even all the way to things that she might have done that she lied about, I don't care if it's a month down the line or 2 months down the line. Not too far. It can't be too far. But if she's willing to tell you that, and she's willing to tell you how she feels, and she tells you why certain things is the way it is or the way it was, or she's telling you that she don't feel like she's getting enough attention or whatever, listen to that woman. Listen to that woman. Hear her out. And when she finally sees that you're actually hearing her spirit, wow, she will be into you even more. But you have a lot of females out here that will be closed mouth. They're not going to tell you anything about how they feel. They're not going to tell you any questions that they have or anything. They'll just be silent. But all while they're silent, their mind has not stopped producing all types of images and perceptions that may not even be accurate, that may cause an adverse situation for you to where you're hurting in the end. Or, you're hurting in the end. So, oh yeah. 6, a female who enjoys cooking. I mean, I think that's probably number 1 on the many men's list, but I say number 6, a female that enjoys cooking. Number 7 is a female that enjoys cleaning, especially if she's a neat freak. It might irritate you because you leave your boot somewhere and she's like, pick this shit up, pick it up now. Like, you can't leave that right here, but hey, she's a neat freak. Be glad that you got her, because cleanliness is next to godliness. And you know, with us men, it's, you know, a lot of us men, it's very hard for us to keep things clean and organized if we really don't find it any important. Find it very imperative to be for that necessity, or whatever the case it is. So it's good to have a woman that's going to be able to come behind you. I'm not talking about clean up by herself. Ladies, don't get me wrong. The fella is supposed to implement the same type of discipline and action when it comes to trying to help you maintain a clean house. It's not just all your duties. But it is good to have a good, neat freak woman who would not have no problem making sure that she pick up your shortcomings around the house. I don't know if I'm on 10. I'm just about to stop saying numbers because I done forgot the numbers. I'm freestyling. If she's a freak. If she is a freak, I mean, like, she's an animal in the bed. Like, she's somebody, not only does she know what she's doing or whatever, but she's the type of individual that looks to please you all the time. I mean, all the time. And it is ladies out there like that. I've heard of them, but there's ladies out there like that likes to get a man head probably like 5 times a week, 10 times a week, something crazy. And if you have that, that's another thing where she's a keeper, not just the head, but just having sex, period, back and forth, like she nonstop. That just shows how much she is interested in you. It also can show how much she cares about you, how attractive she feel about you. So that's always a beautiful thing to know that somebody actually desires you like that, you know. So I think I done summed it up. At least that's my perceptions of it's a good woman. Oh, last but not least, she's not afraid to sacrifice for you. Whether it's different things that she had in her moral values that was not in conformity with yours, and she seen that it was starting to cause conflict, so she took the necessary precautions to correct it, so, you know, remove it so it's no issues between y'all anymore. Whether it was a friend that she, you know, you felt that she was too comfortable with, but she got rid of him all the way just for you, but she really didn't want to. She knew the guy since she was 5-6 years old. She's a keeper. She's a keeper. Because a female like that also, you can go through hardship. You can go through times where it comes to money or, you know, bills and everything. And she's going to be there through the thick and thin. So I hope when it comes to fellas that's, you know, trying to get a little bit of idea of all the different things that might be the best for them when it comes to a good woman that can match them, I hope that y'all retrieve the information that y'all feel that y'all can utilize. I hope y'all take it for what it's worth. And I also hope that y'all go on SoundCloud and type in Mo Finesse, MoePhanest, and listen to the mixtape free of charge. It's also about 3 other miscellaneous tracks on there. Listen to them. Give me feedback. Tell me what you think about it. Thank you. 1.